Nostalgia, a wistful or excessively sentimental yearning for return to or of some past period. Wistful, full of yearning or desire tinged with melancholy. Tinged, having a very slight amount of a color or of a feeling. Why are these definitions so poem-like?
If you seek an end to love, love will yield to business. What the fuck is that?
We all get nostalgic from time to time. A certain smell could bring you back to your childhood. For an example, smell of a cake your mom used to bake, or smell of a good whiskey and cigar if you were an old soul as a child. Most of the times you feel some kind of happiness. It's a feeling hard to describe. But sometimes remembering something so beautiful can act as a trigger for depression. Actually, there's a thing called nostalgic depression. It's not a formal diagnosis, but it's a term people love to use when you're feeling sad when thinking of the past. I've experienced it not long ago, on Christmas Day actually. So what? 4 months ago, okay, so it was kinda long ago. Back in the day when I was a child, I loved Christmas. Now, I just don't feel any real excitement about Christmas, and it's sad. I got sad. The only thing that I look forward to on Christmas is eating tons of food and, getting drunk with my friends, which I do on a regular Tuesday.
Stop it. Get some help.
So yeah, nostalgia is not all fun and rainbows. It's the opposite actually. I mean, it's in the name. Home, pain. It fucking hurts. It makes sense. You're thinking of a time that was good, and that time now is lost. So, yeah, you get sad, man. But nostalgia goes way deeper than just simple happy and sad. It actually controls some parts of our brain. And it controls our judgments and opinions. There was actually a movie back in 1986. I mean, it came out in 1986. I wasn't born then. It was called Ninja Kids and the Samurai Sword. I probably watched it around 20 times as a kid, and I loved it every single time. So Steph, it must be a great movie. Nope. It fucking sucks. And I found it on YouTube not long ago, and I rewatched it. I loved it even more. If you ask me, I think it should have won a couple of Oscars and a Grammy. Yep, a Grammy. A musical award. It just reminds me of a time when everything was better. If I were to watch a movie about ninjas in the same time period, with the same budget and quality, and a similar story probably, I probably would hate it. Because I have no real emotional connection to the movie. So I guess you could say nostalgia is manipulating us in a way. It's making us believe that the media from the past is better than the media from the future. From the present, damn.
You stupid.
And that could be true, I'm not saying it's not. But the fact is, we are not as equally as objective in forming our opinions on today's media and the media from the past. And movie studios know that. They are utilizing nostalgia in the, most unique ways possible. I'm just kidding, they just use every worldwide known topic that people love from the past. Let's take, for an example, last year's most popular movies. Dungeons and Dragons, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Barbie, all movies based on a widely loved topic from the past. And they all got worldwide success and popularity. Using nostalgia as a manipulating tool is not always a good idea, because it could backfire in your face. Let's take the show The Witcher, for an example. The Witcher is widely regarded as one of the best fantasy series of all time. Deservedly. And, people already know the characters, they know the story, they love the story, they love the characters. And Netflix did a bad job at representing that.
You absolutely suck!
They fucked up. The first mistake they did was not casting Gerald as me, bro. Fun fact, people often say I look like him. It got so bad that at one point Henry Cavill, the main character, the main actor, decided, yeah, this fucking sucks. And if there was a show that was called The Snitcher, and it had nothing to do with, the actual fantasy series, and was the same quality as The Witcher, people would have loved it, Music.
A pattern of sounds made by musical instruments, voices or computers, or a combination of these intended to give pleasure to people listening to it.
Now that you know what music is, I can tell you that it's also very nostalgic. Personally, music is something that brings me to certain periods of my life the most. Chopin, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but Chopin brings me back, man. I was just done with a hard day's work in the mines. I needed to relax myself. I poured myself a glass of Jack Daniels. I lighted up my fanciest, my most expensive cigar, and I just relaxed to Frédéric Chopin. Life sure was beautiful as a 6-year-old.
What?
As it is with the movies, certain songs and sounds can take you back. They can trigger memories of your childhood, friendships, heartbreak, so on. Now, does nostalgia affect our music taste? I would say it probably does. Imagine you're used to listening to Metallica, and then you gotta listen to DaBaby, or someone like that. The chances are you're going to hate it. Radiohead's Creep, for example, is the most listened to by men who were aged around 14 when they first heard it. So it's fair to say that nostalgia is affecting our musical taste, which makes sense, again, the same with the movies. So I guess we can all agree nostalgia is affecting some parts of our lives and our judgments and opinions, which I don't mind. I mean, if I like a movie because I watched it as a child, good. But there's one thing that I don't mess around with, and that's food. And nostalgia is fucking, Nostalgia is playing a big part in the food we like, but also the one we don't. There's actually a phenomenon based on this. It's called the Proust phenomenon. Basically, there's this guy Marcel Proust. Lovely guy. He vividly remembered his past after he dipped a Madeleine biscuit in tea. The smell and flavor triggered a flood of memories from his childhood and connected him to a moment from decades ago. So, food can flood your mind with vivid memories of an experience without any conscious effort on your part. But it's not always pleasant. That's the thing.
Oh, really? That sucks.
I really hope I don't have any bad memories related to McDonald's or cheesecake or any type of chocolate or most of the food because I eat everything. I mean, probably I would just keep eating the food nonetheless. I would just do it with, tears in my eyes, trying to suppress the trauma. But yeah, this just shows how big of a part nostalgia plays in our lives. It's quite interesting. In 10 years, we'll probably be nostalgic of the present times. Most likely. Because when I think of, for example, my high school days, I wouldn't say it was the best part or period in my life. But now, I had a great time because your boy was the main man.
You're goddamn right.
But now when I think of those days, I miss them. I really do. I wish I could return back in time and, be in high school again. But I guess that's just my nostalgia talking.